When we think about love in today's world, it is easy to connect it with money, expensive gifts, romantic dinners, surprise trips, or grand celebrations. Our culture often paints a picture that the more money you spend, the deeper your love must be. But love, real love, is not measured by the price tag of what you give. It is measured by the thought, the presence, and the intention behind your actions. The truth is, you do not need to spend money to make someone feel deeply loved. In fact, some of the most powerful expressions of love cost nothing at all. A kind word, an act of care, a moment of undivided attention, these are priceless. They reach into the heart in ways money never can. Think about it for a moment. What do you remember most from the people you've loved? Was it the expensive things they bought you, or the moments when they were there for you in a way no one else was? Was it the dinners in fancy restaurants, or the small, everyday gestures that made you feel seen and valued? For most of us, the answer is simple. It is not about what money bought, it is about how love was shown. One of the simplest ways to make someone feel loved without spending a dime is through presence. In a world full of distractions, giving someone your undivided attention is a rare gift. Putting away the phone, turning off the television, looking into their eyes, and really listening to what they are saying. That moment of presence tells them, "You matter to me. Your words are important. Your feelings are valuable. And the beauty is, presence costs nothing, but its impact is greater than gold." Another way is through words. Words have the power to build or to break. And when we use them with care, they become the most affordable yet priceless gift we can give. A simple, "I love you," "I'm proud of you," "You make my life better." These are phrases that can brighten someone's entire day. You don't need money to encourage, to uplift, or to remind someone how special they are. All it takes is honesty, attention, and love expressed through language. Acts of service are another powerful way. Doing something kind, no matter how small, speaks volumes. Making someone a cup of tea, helping with chores, offering to run an errand. These are not grand gestures, but they communicate care in a way that is deeply felt. Because when you ease someone's burden, even in small ways, you are saying, "Your comfort matters to me, your happiness matters to me." And again, it requires no money, just effort and thoughtfulness. Physical affection, too, is free yet invaluable. A hug, a kiss on the forehead, holding hands, a gentle touch on the shoulder. These small gestures are often more powerful than any expensive gift. They remind us of safety, of closeness, of intimacy. They remind us that love is not just something we say, it is something we feel physically and emotionally. Then there is time. Giving someone your time is one of the greatest expressions of love because time is the one resource we cannot buy back. Choosing to spend a quiet evening together, taking a walk in the park, cooking a meal side by side, simply sitting in silence together. These moments of time build bonds that no material object can replace. And in a busy world where everyone is rushing, the choice to pause and be with someone is one of the deepest ways to say, "I love you." Even small, thoughtful gestures can carry immense weight. Writing a heartfelt note, leaving a message of appreciation, remembering a detail they mentioned days ago and bringing it up later. These tiny acts show that you are paying attention, that you care enough to remember, that their words and their world matter to you. And again, all of this can be done without spending a penny. It is also important to realize that making someone feel loved does not require constant extravagance. It requires consistency. Love is built not on rare, expensive moments, but on daily, ordinary ones. Checking in with a message in the middle of the day, asking, "How are you feeling?" Showing interest in their struggles and their joys, standing by them when life feels heavy. These are the quiet, steady rhythms of love that money cannot create. Sometimes love is shown simply by creating space for someone, allowing them to speak freely, holding back judgment, being a safe place where they can be themselves without fear. That kind of emotional safety is priceless. And often, it is what people crave more than anything material. We often forget that laughter, too, is a form of love. Sharing a joke, being playful, finding joy in small things together. These moments of lightness are the glue that holds relationships together. You don't need to buy entertainment. You don't need expensive nights out. You can sit on a porch, laugh about something silly, or recall old memories. And in that laughter, love is strengthened. There is also love in silence, in simply being there. Sometimes when someone is hurting, they do not need solutions or gifts. They just need your presence. Sitting beside them, holding their hand, letting them know they are not alone. That is love, and it costs nothing. For parents, this is especially true. Children may ask for toys or things, but what they truly crave is attention, presence, encouragement, and affection. Reading them a story, listening to their little worries, playing a simple game. These are the things that build memories. These are the things that make them feel loved and secure. And none of these require spending money. They require being present and intentional. For couples, the same applies. You don't need to impress your partner with constant spending. What matters is the effort you show daily. The text that says, "I miss you." The smile when they walk into the room. The way you hold them a little tighter on a hard day. These are the things that make love feel real. Love without money is often the most genuine love because it cannot be faked. Anyone can buy a gift, but not everyone can give their time, their attention, their care. Anyone can spend money for a grand gesture, but not everyone can show up day after day with consistency, with kindness, with thoughtfulness. And in the long run, it is the small, repeated actions, not the occasional expensive ones, that keep love alive. Of course, money is not irrelevant. There is nothing wrong with giving gifts or planning special dates. But when money is limited, or even when it is abundant, it should never be the foundation of love. Because if love depends on money, it will always be fragile. But if love depends on care, presence, words, touch, time, and thoughtfulness, then it will remain strong even when resources are scarce. Think of history's greatest love stories. They were not about wealth or luxury. They were about sacrifice, devotion, and presence. Love is about choosing someone over and over, not because of what they can give you, but because of who they are and how you feel with them. So, how do you make someone feel loved without spending money? You show up, you listen, you speak kind words, you offer your time, you give your presence, you touch gently, you remember the little things, you create moments, not purchases. You love not with your wallet, but with your heart. And here is the beautiful truth. When you love in this way, it often means more than any expensive gift could ever mean. Because it is not just about the gesture, it is about the message behind it. The message that says, "You matter to me. I see you. I care for you. You are loved not for what I can buy, but for who you are." Love does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be costly. It has to be real. And real love is shown in the everyday, in the simple, free acts that build connection, safety, joy, and closeness. So the next time you wonder how to make someone feel loved, remember, you don't need money. You just need presence. You just need words. You just need care. Because love, at its core, is not about wealth. It is about connection. And that connection, when nurtured, will always be more valuable than anything money could buy.